My fellow realtors, hey, this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the new Authentisign layouts. Now, what are layouts? They're basically templates for you to apply to any of your documents that you want on Authentisign to automatically pre-populate the initials and the signatures exactly where they're supposed to be. So you don't have to, every single time that you're trying to send an offer to your client, have to drag and drop them each time. Now, this is with the brand new Authentisign, which is by far better than the old one. You can actually drag. It's way more similar to DocuSign than before. So let's just go right into it. We're going to be using it with offers created on fastoffers.ca or forms.ltd. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is go onto your web forms and click on Authentisign. Once you're on Authentisign from clicking the button on the left, what we're going to see is that there's a new version over here. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on these three little rectangles at the top right of the page and click Layouts. Now, when you're on the layouts, what we're going to do is press Add. So we're going to press New Authentisign for the new Authentisign. So the layout name, let's do an agreement of purchase and sale for a freehold for forms.ltd. So what I've done is I've included download links for the entire forms.ltd agreements for the freehold purchase and sale, for the condo purchase and sale, and also for the lease, which includes the Ontario Standard Agreement. So download one of those and use that as a template to apply all these signatures and initials. If you're not using fastoffers.ca yet, go check it out. But you can do the same with just the agreements individually from web forms. So let's go ahead and select the document, and we're going to choose the agreement purchase and sale for a freehold. And what this will now show is the full agreement with all the pages completely blank. So now what we're going to start to do is we're going to click on Tools over here to the right, and we're going to start putting the initials and the signatures exactly where they're supposed to go, as if you're sending this to a client. So there's going to be a buyer 1, the initial on page 1. I'm going to do all of them individually, but you'll see that there's different options. So there's buyer 2. Let's initial over here. And then the same thing, let's go back to buyer 1. You can just drag the initial right on over to the page. Same thing, let's just drag over the initial to the page and keep doing this. So I'm going to do this real time without any fast forward, so you get to follow me exactly and do this for yourself. Then we're going to put the signature here. And you'll notice that this has a date attached to it. When you did the initials, you might have noticed that there was a date also attached to this. To get rid of the date, all you do is you click on the initial or the signature and you uncheck the date stamp mark. Now, for my date, if you do want to keep the date, you can actually click on the date and change the format. So I changed it to this one. And I also want to make this a little smaller, so I'm just going to adjust the scale. And if you want to always have your signatures to apply like this whenever you are doing it, just press Save as default settings. So the signature for the buyer 1, and I'm a little OCD, so I like having these set exactly. You can actually, once you click on it, you can click your arrow keys on your keyboard to make slight adjustments right, left, up, and down. So that's that. Another initial on the schedule. Another initial on the schedule. Confirmation of co-op. Signature with the date. Just move the date a bit. If there's any conditions in the offer, you can do this. If you don't feel yourself using this ever, then you don't have to, but I'm just going to do it. So we'll not be including a condition related to financing of the property and an inspection of the property. And again, like if you don't end up using this page in your actual offer, you can always just delete this. And you can also just delete these initials when you're actually sending it. This is for a template or a layout, as they call it in Authentisign. So you don't have to do this every single time, because I know it is such a nuisance having to do this. This will save so much time. All right, let's do the date and assign. And then over here, so again, just populate as if you would a completed agreement, exactly where all the initials, all the signatures are supposed to go. Working with a realtor, date, BRA, Alright, so now we're done the first buyer. Now let's continue on the second buyer. So I already put the initial on the first page. Now I just basically do the same thing. I can drag and drop it each single time. Or what you can do is you can click on this, press duplicate, and then you can click on the duplicated version and then go back to this buyer 1 over here and change it to buyer 2. And now it's buyer 2. So I'm just going to do that, this, duplicate, change it to buyer 2. So that's another way to put a signature in. Again, I'm a little OCD when it comes to the placement of these. And again, like once you do it once, you don't have to do it again and again and again. So just take your time and just do this all at once. It'll duplicate that, make that buyer 2. And let's just line these up a little bit better. We go a little bit more to the top. All right. I'll leave myself until the end. So buyer number 2, initial. Last page for the buyers. And then boom. Now let's just do me. Alright, so who am I? I am the cooperating broker. Where's my first signature? Page 4. Alright, over here. Now you go and select the cooperating salesperson, which is me in this case. So we're going to assign here. I'm going to get rid of the date by getting rid of this date stamp here. So nothing, nothing, nothing. Confirmation of co-op. I'm the cooperating broker. And I need to sign here. This is all good. This is good. This is good. BRA. I need my initial. I need my initial. I need my signature with the date. And then signature here. And let's just undo the date stamp. All right. So now this is all completed. So just go ahead and take a look at all of these and make sure you didn't miss anything. Another thing to keep in mind, so if you don't drag this and accidentally just click it, it will like put the initial at the top left of the page. So make sure to look out for any of those, and you can just delete it by clicking this little delete button. So now that I have reviewed all of this and all the signatures and all the initials are supposed to be exactly where they're placed, now what I'm going to do is press save and exit. Alright, now let's test this out. How do you actually use it once you've actually created an offer? So this was made for fastoffers.ca, where you give a little bit of information and it spits out an entire offer for you with all the pages that you need. So let's go to forms.ltd, and so this is my account. I want to create a purchase agreement for a freehold. Start. What's the MLS number? I'm just going to use this 11 Earl Street as an example. Just came out yesterday. Okay, full legal name. We're going to use Bob Smith and Linda Smith. Okay, what's the possession date? Let's go the 1st of November 2021. What's the purchase price? We'll give them 1550000. The deposit amount, 5%. How long for the finance condition? We'll give it 5 business days. The inspection condition, we'll write 3 business days. What's the legal description of the property? You can enter this, or you can enter this once the form's generated. I'm just going to write lot 34 parcel 8, just as an example. That's not real. What chattels are included? I'll just do all of these, and I'll say that the sofa is included. So now you press draft offer now, and boom. Now you click download PDF, and voila! The entire agreement has now been drafted, just with those few questions for Bob Smith and Linda Smith for 11 Earl Street at 155, with a closing date of the 1st of November, just what we said on the form. And you can see the entire agreement is filled out for you, including all the pages with Schedule A agreements with the conditions that we specified, and also the confirmation of co-op, the conditions and offer, the offer summary documents, working with the realtor, buyer representation agreement, all filled out with the agreement, with the address, with the names of your buyers, the names of the sellers. Everything's filled out, and it's completely editable. So you can go ahead and make any changes you want. You don't like a schedule in there? Go ahead and delete it. You want to add something more to the schedule? Go ahead and add another one. So this is an app that allows you to draft offers really quick and is very customizable. Okay, so now we have this agreement. Let's see how to use this new layout for the new Authentisign. So we're going to save it with our changes. Save. And now we're going to go back to Authentisign, and let's just click on the Authentisign and click add. And we're going to click on new Authentisign. Let's call this Bob Smith and Linda Smith. Click save. And now we're going to add the document that we just downloaded that was drafted by fastoffers.ca. So let's just click on that. And now the document has been loaded with all the details. So now let's add our signers. So you click on signers, then you click add participant. I'm going to add myself. Save. I'm going to add new. Let's do Bob Smith. Bob, last name Smith, bob@gmail.com. Save. And then we're going to add Linda. Linda Smith. Linda@gmail.com. Save. Okay, so now how do we apply the layout? So you go click on the docs, then you click on the actual document, the PDF, and what you're going to do is you see this layout over here. What we're going to do is select the new layout that we created, which was Agreement of Purchase and Sale Freehold, and hit apply. Now when you hit apply, this new pop-up opens up that says set signing layout mapping. So buyer 1, we're going to choose Bob. Buyer 2, we're going to select Linda. If there was no buyer 2, just press ignore, and that way you can use this template that was made for 2 buyers just for 1. The other one just gets ignored, so there's no signer for that. And cooperating salesperson, that's me. Assign signature blocks. And now you can see that the entire agreement has the initials and the signatures exactly where they're supposed to go. So I don't have to manually do this each time I'm sending in an offer. Now, this, you can completely customize them right here. If you want to get rid of initial, add another initial. You want to add something else using one of the tools that are provided over here, like a checkbox, a text line. You can do that all here. And let's say you don't want to include a conditions and offer, because for this agreement at least, they were both of the offers were included. So what we're gonna do, we can go over here. Once you click on docs, click on the document, you can see the pages here, and just click on delete page. And boom. So now all of these initials are there, all of the signatures are there. Just review it quick and press next. Oh, save changes. I just deleted the page, so it's asking me to save the changes. Let's see if it got rid of the 127. And it did. Awesome. So now I'm going to press next. And now I'm just going to hit send. And now it sent an email for Linda to get signed, for Bob to get signed, and for me to get signed. And the signing experience for a client with this new Authentisign is so easy. It's very much like DocuSign. So guys, if you haven't tried the new Authentisign yet, try it. It's great. And use the layouts. It's a big time saver. And use fastoffers.ca because it will help you draft offers in quicker than you ever thought possible. It's a really great app. A lot of agents are using it, and we're putting in a lot of updates. It's currently only available for agents in the greater Toronto area, but we are expanding soon. So try it out, guys. fastoffers.ca. Thanks.